Hey people, within my last couple videos I showed that they was using the same word for the dog or the wolf in raven, and I figured that out. I found where that comes from. So if you go to Wiki, they'll tell you that they really don't have a clue what all this punctuation means in the Old Testament, so that's why they don't use it today. They got a couple of hypotheses, but if you look at them, they don't match up with the writings. So according to Wiki, they really don't know that sometimes you're supposed to read the words backwards. But this is the word wolf here. E-O-R bet. The B is the B or the V. It doesn't have a dot, so that would indicate that it means V, the orv. And they give it the meaning wolf. And I only know one meaning of wolf. I had to look it up, and a wolf is the sound of a dog. Wolf is all I could find on it. This is the same word that's given the meaning raven when Noah turned loose this raven here in Genesis 8. And he sent out a raven, the E-O-R-V. And back here in Leviticus 13, it's the wolf, the E-O-R-V. People had an idea what was in the Bible before they had rewrote it, and so they tried to keep it close. And you could see right here where this is O-U-R or O-V-R, over, leather, L-T-H-E-R, over leather too. And so they give the word over the meaning leather all through the Bible now. They'll probably give it a couple more readings, but they won't put leather where it belongs. It's to clean. And so the same word weather will also be to clean. But I want to look up here and show you why this means wolf sometimes. And it's just a couple lines up here in 57. And you see the over is still the leather. But now this wolf starts with a B-O-O-R-V or V-O-R-V. The word before it has a hyphen. And so that means you read this backwards and forwards. So now it's the B is in R-O-V-O-R. In Rover in Rover, but that sounds like a sheepdog, one that would be roving around chasing your sheep. And you can see here the difference between of the wolf, E-O-R-V, and in the wolf, V-O-R-V. The B is in and the E is V. So I'm not going to bore you with readings. I want to show you some words that you're going to be able to read and understand the meaning and see how they twisted it a little bit. And this is one I went over the other day. To serp, vas serp, S-R-P, is to cook the moisture out of something. To serp. Therefore he shall burn. And here's a big one on the day of the seventh is byus, B-Y-U-S. This is an M, but it pronounces a S. By connect from. And then ES, this, in, J-O-Y, this enjoy. That's your Sunday. This is the day you get to enjoy. And so I'm not sure about this meaning day. They also use this word, the jimmies, to mean days, but it also mean month or time or years. They'll switch the meaning up on it. And I've even found where they give this the meaning and, because day didn't fit in the writings. And I can't leave out the con. My dad used to go drinking in New Orleans with a lot of priests and preachers. They would have to go to New Orleans so they weren't recognized, and that's what they would call it, is the con. And here's a good word for pink, the reddish white. Sometimes I have to say the light red, but it starts with an A and it reads backwards. The mid-matter. A madder root is what they make red dye out of, and so this is just mid-matter, just midway, not dark red, just mid-red. MD, mid-matter. And so this word for unclean, them, th, tet, ma, them, this is where it becomes unclean right here. And because it hits the wall and it reads backwards, and now it's AMTH of math. And I did one 10 videos ago on mathematical, and they give mathematical the meaning abomination. Anybody who studies math is an abomination. And here's that reddish again, and you see it ends with a T now, but begins with an A, so it's the timid, TMD, the timid matter. You know, just reddish, a light red, the timid red. So this whole chapter is talking about medicine here, but you see this is MKUT, from cut. The bore to from cut, a burn. And this a leprous sore, this naga, NGO, and they give it the meaning of leprosy and sore and all kind of plague and disease all through this chapter and other places. But it's the what to the nagahu, and I believe it's talking about that serpent that Set's killing on the front of the boat. And so often when you see the picture of Set killing the serpent, sometimes it's got multiple heads. And in India that was known as Naga, the multi-headed serpent. But it also comes from reading the rest of this. It talks about Ra and his bestie Beset. And so that's the daughter of Ra and consort. And she's known for bringing together Upper and Lower Egypt, and bringing the kingship together of Upper and Lower. And that means, you know, at Easter when they're splicing the serpent together, you know, you have kings on both sides of the ecliptic, and that's when she spliced them together, adding, subtracting days to get the calendar to match up. And you can see that here, old Beset been given the word swelling. You know, it's kind of strange that, you know, Set kills the serpent and Beset is sewing it back together. And you'll see it in the art. You'll see the cat cutting the serpent also, trying to make it line up. And you see here now it's just the Set is the swelling. And you can see old Beset here given the word in the warp. And this follows the tack of its bestie, ITSBSTY, of its bestie. It was Ra's favorite daughter, I guess. It was Beset. And here is in hurt. In hurt. Oh, that's the spot that in hurts. The bright spot. And I'm sure if I search, I'll find the spot where this end with an R, or it'll not have the WN in front of it, but it'll say when repair. But this is missing the final R, but I'm sure it's in there somewhere, and that's why it is healed when repair. And leprosy is the old hex rot. Ooh, you got a bad case of hex rot there. And the way you got it is where the con, when cast the hex rot to. Ooh, they done cast some hex rot on you. And the spread here is will. This is never not. This is will. WLA. Will, and then backward and forward. This push. Will this push? And usually you'll see a tack before this word in it, and it means again, then go. Will this push then go in over? Whether to. The con. But this is why this is sore. It's right up here at the beginning of this chapter, up in 3. And they knew it's supposed to say sore in there, but they didn't want you to know how to read this, so you see the tack here, to again, then go, in over. In over, the rush be ensure, to soar, in naga. And you can see that proper spelling for sore with an E on the end of it here. To S-O-R-E, to soar. The manner to see, the over, to soar. And when you're going to shave, you use this wet gel. This wet gel, what fitting on take of make Gillette. And you see in 35 they done changed this word to spread, and now it just means at all because spread didn't fit. It's over here. Was this push? To make push, then take in over, the gyro there too, to turn over, gyro. This over the skin is in over, to turn. N-O-V-R, gyro, to turn there too. And this is a good one here. In the house is Babette, but the second B doesn't have the dot, so it's pronounced as a V. And so this is B is invite, E-V-Y-T. Invite, to come in the house. But when you look at all the different meanings, it starts out as a court, invite, the house, the court, a jail, prison, court. Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. Good day.